Hey, Shelby, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? It's going good.
Excellent. What's up?
Okay, so 2 years ago, my husband and I found out that we were having twins, and we had I think he was 16 months old at the time, 18 months old. Um, and so we kind of freaked out a little bit because having three under two was a little overwhelming.
Yeah, that's against the
so we
law of
decided,
physics. It's not supposed to ever. It's not supposed to ever happen.
no,
Congratulations.
it's not. No, thank you.
Hey, at least when you have three kids in college at the same time, that'll be cheap.
Right.
That's super not helpful, I know, Shelby.
We won't think about that yet.
Yeah, that's a problem for future Shelby. Yes. Okay, so what's up?
Yeah, exactly. So we decided to move closer to my parents, and we actually ended up moving across the street from them.
Oh, good. I'll call you Ray Ramon.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
It's not Ramon. It's Romano. Ray Romano. That's it.
Yeah, everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, so you live across the street from your. So here's the deal: you had three kids, ages 2 and younger, and you looked at your husband, and you're like, "Hey, you want to make our insane life even more insane?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah," and y'all moved across the street from your parents. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, it's life is crazy. Like, if I could get some sleep, that'd be great. But, and my husband does shift work, so he is gone for 48 hours at a time. So we actually moved further from his work. So he has a 2.5-hour commute to work.
Whoa. That becomes not shift work. That means that's the kind of work that you just take the F out. All right.
Yeah.
He's commuting 2.5 hours a day?
No. So it's every 2 days, and then he gets 4 days off, and then 8 days off every couple months. So his schedule is unusual. But
is he a fireman?
So he's not. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so...
Yeah. So we joke that he goes to work to get sleep.
Of course he does. Jeez Louise.
He gets better sleep at work than he does at home. So he was willing. We made that move because there was a job that we were hoping would be it was available before we moved, but technicalities, he wasn't eligible. But now, it did open up recently, and he was eligible, and he applied, and he was accepted. However, there's some technicalities that we were like, this isn't a good fit for our family, so he ended up turning it down. So that's the reason we were willing to move further from his work, was because we thought we had a backup, and the backup failed. So it was worth it to move across from my parents, if that makes sense. That was complicated.
Okay, hold on. So y'all moved because you had an opportunity to be a fireman closer to your family. You were going to use your parents living across the street to help with 111 kids under the age of 2.
Yes.
And then he got an opportunity to do the job.
And we turned it down.
Y'all thought that whatever technicalities, as you call them, was going to happen with this job was less of a burden on your family than a 5-hour commute every week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it had to do with his pension and his position and moving forward. We didn't know all of that before we moved, but now we're thinking about moving again. But
yes, whatever you're about to say, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Move today.
Yes. So yes, exactly. Yeah, because he's made that sacrifice. So we're wanting to move.
I take it your
closer to his
parents'
work.
situation is not working out like you had dreamed it would work out.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me about that.
So okay, so when we moved, we had this expectation that we would spend a lot of time with them, relational, not just help with the babies. Because at the beginning, it was insane. I don't even know how I did it once my husband went back to work. I don't know how I did nights by myself. It's a blur. And so we thought that, we would get more dates, and we had this expectation that, we would have more dinners with my family. And I'm not saying that they're not involved. They've helped exponentially. But as of recently, it feels like their involvement, they have some kind of excuse, or, my mom's been really busy helping my brother with some things that are pretty, I don't know how to say it. She's the reason he's alive.
Okay. He's got some big struggles going on.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he definitely needs her. Like he needs help.
Hold on.
So
These expectations that you had, did y'all sit down and talk about them, or did you and your husband just dream it up and then move across the street?
No, I mean, yes, both. My mom was saying, we can go on walks together and we can spend all this time together. And so I had envisioned it in my head. So a lot of it was unspoken, but a lot of it was still, mutual, if that makes sense.
Have you heard me talk about pictures and words?
Yes, but you can remind me.
Okay, so we speak in words, but we think in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And so when your mom said, yeah, we'll be able to help a lot, the picture in your head was weekly date nights and weekly, you and your husband work out together and y'all go for walks together. And mom's over there being so great and doing the dishes and cleaning the bottles and showing up at 2 a.m. and helping you sleep. Her picture was once a month, you can go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So y'all spoke the same words. We'll always be able to hang out. We'll go for walks together. Your picture was every day. Your picture was this big, awesome. You probably created a picture of your mom that doesn't exist in reality.
Right.
And then you're mad. So you like, you cast her in a movie she didn't even know she was in, and now you're just upset that she doesn't know the lines.
Right. Yeah.
I hate that for you. I've done that a million times myself.
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
No.
For sure.
And then you start judging her for things she's not doing. She feels judged and she gets mad. And then your brother has some challenges and it's just an easy off ramp. Okay, so now where is everybody?
Okay, so we had a conflict, I should call it. I don't know. It was
You speak around the bush too much. Just go straight into it.
Okay.
You had a conflict. What happened?
Yes. Okay. So we decided we need to move. We got to get closer to work.
Yes.
We hired a realtor.
Okay.
My mom was a realtor, apparently still is, but she's not with a broker. So we didn't go with her because she's been helping like crazy busy with my brother. We didn't talk to her, and she thought it was resentment because of her lack of involvement. Because we've been so sick and just time after time. I had 103 fever. The kids all had fevers. Like my husband ended up driving home to come help because my mom couldn't help.
Okay.
And
so you got a realtor, and your mom's a realtor, and you didn't use her, and she's got her feelings hurt now.
Yes, and so then it exploded into something it shouldn't have. Like it just completely blew out of proportion. She was accusing us of that we were resentful and that's why we didn't choose her. But she's been so busy that like we don't even talk because of how busy she's been. And so I've been accepting that and working on myself to be like, okay, like my expectations are my responsibility, like not on her.
Right.
And so my husband and I made that decision, and she was offended by it and ended up calling my husband, and she was getting worked up, and he said, it's your choice if you want to be effing offended. And she got even more upset. And then he was like, I need to go. And then he hung up. And so then she was texting me, your husband cussed me out, hung up on me. Like
he did.
And just, yes. And so
he did.
Yeah.
All right. So bring me to right here. Bring it home. How can I help?
How do we navigate this? How do I manage my expectations? How do I manage the relationship with my parents and it not turning into something as big as it did? Because now
you can't. Well, number one, don't cuss at your mom. Don't hang up on your mom. Right? That's easy. Yes. I'm in. This your jaw may drop. I'm in mom's camp on this one. In that, she was at least worth a phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're super busy. I know brother's got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to move closer to work. This wasn't what it just is. And we love you guys. We don't want this to burn a hole through our relationship down the road. We got to get closer to work. This 5-hour commute is not working. And we've got this realtor who's plugged into a big machine and going to get this house sold, especially in this crazy market. Mm-hmm. I would have thought that's, so let me say it this way. My mom is an English professor. one of the greatest editorial minds when it comes to writing and writing editing. For my first book, I sent her a draft, and she went through it. The second one, the deadlines were very tight, and because the first book was so successful, we were able to. I had an editor that worked alongside me so that we could edit in real time. I reached out to my mom and told her. Right, and if I'm her, I would have thought after 2 dissertations, after 2 books, suddenly the third one, I would have immediately thought, "Uh-oh, something happened," because that's what she does, right? That's her. That's the craft that she's worked for 30-something years to perfect. And she's helped me get through a number of some of the biggest projects in my life. So I reached out and said, hey, they're hiring an editor to walk alongside me so we can do this in real time, have a ping pong match. And she was like, oh, that sounds amazing. Right. But I got out of the way. It wasn't a big surprise. And so I think that was worth the call. Here's the deal. Your husband's also right. Your mom's got a son who's really struggling. She had a picture of a daughter with 3 babies across the street. It didn't work out. She's grieving that. And so I'm going to give my mom the benefit of the doubt on the grief. She's not going to handle it well, and that's okay.
Okay.
I've got to take care of me and my home.
Yeah.
And she gets to, if she chooses to have her feelings hurt, she gets to make that choice. She might be choosing to not hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
If you were to go across the street today and find somebody to watch the kids for an hour and just sit down with your dad and mom and say, I just want to start all the way over. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This whole thing got sideways. I don't want it to be. I love you guys. I had this picture, 3 kids. It's crazy. It's chaotic. Brother, husband's 5 hours away. All this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, would that be a would that be a net positive, or would they just blow up on you?
I don't think that. I mean, they are ready blew up, and we had told my mom that we were moving. Like, we did tell her, and I did tell her we had another realtor. Like, we did all those things.
Is this all text message, or are you going across the street and doing this in person?
It was partial on the phone and partial on text.
Okay, stop texting. No more texting. Tell your mom we're not texting anymore. I don't want to get any confusion or anything. I love you, and I want to do all these things face to face. In worst case scenario, by phone.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
You can text me and say, hey, I need to give you a quick call, but we're going to start talking.
Okay. Yeah, we did talk for like an hour on the phone, but she was saying that that she was concerned for my marriage, and it turned into like she didn't like how my husband said that to her, and she was like, I'm concerned for you and the kids, and so I didn't appreciate it being turned on my marriage necessarily. But
also, your mom's hurting. Your husband dropped F-bombs on her and then hung up on her. And was she out of her mind? Probably. Was she super angry? Probably. Is he trained to be emotionally unreactive as a firefighter? Yes.
Yeah, unless it's
So here's the deal. Somebody at some point needs to step up and be the adult here. And everybody's in their emotions and in their feelings. And you're moving 3 of her grandkids away while her son is struggling and not living into the picture that she'd created for him too. Moms create pictures. That's what they do. Dads do too. And yeah, if my daughter's husband is F-bombing my wife, hanging up on her, yeah, dude, everybody's going to hear from me. Everybody's going to hear from me, right? And I wish mom wouldn't make those calls. She did, okay? I bet, here's the deal. The only thing I can see, the only path forward is just to reset the whole thing. Say, I'm sorry. If your husband could call and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear like that at you. That's on me. I'm sorry. This job is demanding. It's a lot, and I'm sorry. He can do that, great. If he can't, it's kind of embarrassing, but so be it. Everybody does their own thing. But somebody's got to be the adult here and then make some real concrete plans. And then mom gets to choose if she wants to use the last 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, however long y'all live there as a way to rebuild bridges and to get reconnected, cool. Or if she wants to sit across the street and look out the blinds at you and judge, she gets to pick that. But I just wouldn't play that game anymore, man. Life's too short. Life's too stinking short. You got you got 3 kids under how 2 now, or 3 kids under 3, or however long. Man, let your energy be there. Let your energy be in keeping your marriage whole and strong while your husband's hours and hours away, and y'all find a new place to go. Lots of emotions, lots of emotions, lots of emotions. Let's set those aside best we can. Let's make some adult decisions and go from there. Thank you so much for the call, Shelby.